If you see groups losing their human rights, it's only a matter of time before it's yours.
We work proudly with the sex workers community.
It also is very empowering for our communities to be in spaces that we've maybe heard about, but thought that we were never allowed, such as the United Nations or the World Health Organization.
It's been a long road, but it's been very fulfilling. It's not always easy, but we have been able to talk to hundreds of sex workers and document what life is like for them on the day-to-day, and how the United States impacts their human rights.
Living in DC, being trans, and doing sex work, it was a lot of harassment from police officers, people on the streets, also a lot of discrimination being African American as well.
Sex workers are very vocal about our rights. We are organized, and we're very serious about obtaining this human rights that every human being should have.
For example, were you born with HIV? How did you contract HIV? For example, for me, I always say I'm a sex worker. I was raped by a client. So I told them people need to share so that they get empowered. But also it brings up stories, nothing about us without us.
I find it extremely sexy. I'm fascinated by hardcore behind the scene thankless work, because it is so important to how we move forward in the future, and for sex workers and trans people having the rights that are should be birth given, right?
And I think it's part of removing whorephobia in general, but also that internalized whorephobia where on some level, some of us believe we shouldn't have this.
I really hope that this dispels the myth that sex workers need to be invited to the table of activism, because we're the ones building the table, and we've built the table.
I like how Mom PJ says, we won't be erased. No one can stop us. You can be killed. But I never gave up. I was doing my activism because I knew people who are there for me. Like Mom PJ kept supporting. Sex workers, we have that love. We care about each other. Yeah. I think that's what I would say when it comes to global, the things that I've seen. I felt like I'm a trans woman, but I identify as a sex worker. But I was discriminated. I was stigmatized in that conference. So I feel like I don't belong in the LGBT anymore.
Well, NJ Rue, we exist because we're a collection of activists that want decriminalization. We very much believe that no person should be criminalized, especially the way the United States criminalizes people. You basically become an unperson. Nobody should have their bodily autonomy robbed from them by the state.
Best practices has always been in the business of freeing our minds, because we have spent so many years being told that we're worthless.
I want to live in a world where sex work is decriminalized, where I'm free. Like if I go somewhere and say, oh, I'm a sex worker, I need to go here. No one will refuse me to enter.
I think building on the ground community is going to be so important in the upcoming years.